Hey guys, we're the Traveliers. We are here with your CT Colorado Trail through hike tips and trick video. Side note, we only hiked the Collegiate East. We did not hike the Collegiate West, so we don't know too much about that except what the book says. Segue. Number one tip and trick, buy the book. This will give you the foundation to your trip. It has hostels, towns, maps, elevations, mileage, everything you need about the planning your trip and where to go is in this book. It is extremely helpful. Only get this one. Exactly what this looks like. Colorado Trail data book. Whatever edition you want. Probably the newest is best.
So just kind of some general tips. First of all, this kind of can go for any backpacking hiking trip, is pack light. Emphasis on light. Don't bring a bunch of crap you're not going to need or use. Only bring what you're going to use.
Alright, so another general tip about bugs.
Yeah.
There are a decent amount of mosquitoes near the water and lower elevations. They suck. They're really annoying. One of the biggest tips about getting bugs off you, all kinds of different bugs, pretty much coat your entire gear, your clothes, everything you wear, all your gear, coat it in permethrin, Sawyer permethrin spray. You coat it one good time, it'll last the whole trip, keep the bugs off you, all kinds of different bugs. And you won't smell it, you won't feel it, it doesn't irritate you, it's weightless, and it works. It's legit, it's really good. I recommend this for all hiking.
I would bring maybe just a couple tablets of Pepto-Bismol. On the trail specifically, I did get a pretty bad case of the run. It was pretty gross. But luckily for me, a nice woman by the trail name of Nana, nice older lady who was hiking the trail, she had some Pepto-Bismol she gave me, and it helped out a lot. I didn't bring any, so luckily she had some. But yeah, definitely bring some. It could help you out a lot. Also, maybe bring a couple pills of like NyQuil, DayQuil, because we know a lot of people that got sick on the trail, just basic cold that can help you.
So we're gonna go into the different towns we went to and just the basic tips and tricks on those towns, things you need to know. We're not gonna try to spoil anything about the towns. We want to save that for your trip and hope you enjoy it and discover all the things on your own. A basic tip: the trail does not start in Denver. It might say it, or you might think that, but it really doesn't. The book will say, buy the book.
Buy the book.
The trail actually starts 26 miles away from downtown Denver. So
Yeah.
Don't think you're in Denver and then you can just start hiking the trail. You got to get a ride all the way to Waterton Canyon, and then you can actually start the trail. So that's something to remember and then plan for.
Yeah. After the Platte River, which is a major, huge river, you can't miss it. You're going to cross it. It's at the beginning of segment 2. After you cross that river, there's 10 miles of no water. And me and Eric ran out of water on that part, and a lot of people we know ran out of water on that part. I mean, we made it, but...
Obviously.
Yeah. But, it was not great. We're underprepared. We did not bring enough water for that segment. So we would highly recommend bringing at least 2 liters of water just for that segment. In Bailey, there is a hostel. It's a pretty early town on the trip, usually like day 3. But the hostel is not that great, I have to say. It's a little expensive. I think it was $40, and you don't get a bed. They let you sleep on the floor of like this room they have. It's this basement room they have. It's a little strange. I wouldn't exactly recommend it. They do have a camping area outside that's pretty nice. That you can. We ended up staying at the camping area because it was cheaper and a better option. And it's also not a great resupply. So I would definitely say if you want to, you could skip Bailey. Next town, this is like the holy mecca of the Colorado Trail. This is like awesome place. Gotta stay here. At least stop here. Is Breckenridge. Now Breckenridge, it has like the best hostel possibly of all time. It's called the Bivvy. And if you're gonna stay in Breckenridge, please do yourself a favor and stay at the Bivvy. It's a little on the, what was it, like $40 average?
Yeah.
So it's kind of on the price. It's kind of on the price side for a hostel, but don't let that fool you. Yeah, and Breckenridge, the actual town itself, is a great place if you are in need of some new gear. Like on the trip, Eric needed some new shoes, so he was able to pick up some at Breckenridge. They have some really great outfitters in the town. You can get some solid gear.
There's also in the town right over, there's a free bus ride to go to Frisco from Breckenridge. There's a Walmart where you can get gear and resupply at a cheap price.
Yeah. Twin Lakes is a extremely small town. Won't say too much about it other than if you're going to be staying here, try to book ahead. If you can't book ahead, For the love of God, don't go on a Sunday. We went on a Sunday. We ended up there on a Sunday. I know you might not be able to help it. It's the way things are. But we ended up there on a Sunday, and like there was like everything was like closed, and it was hard to find a place. We ended up sleeping like on the floor of someone else's hotel room because we just couldn't find a place. A lot of people we knew ended up having to just camp outside because there was just like no place to stay. So if you're gonna be staying in Twin Lakes, book ahead, or don't go on a Sunday.
All right, guys. So around the Mount Princeton area, right before Mount Princeton, you're gonna have Cottonwood Springs. It is the cheaper of the two springs. It is the one we went to. It was really nice, affordable. There's a couple rooms you can stay in, but mainly it's just a nice hot spring to spend the day at. I recommend, if you're not going to stay there, stay at Mount Princeton. Stay at one of the two hot springs, depending on how much money you want to spend. Mount Princeton is a resort. It's going to have, you know, like a hotel, restaurants, you know, lots of different pools and things to go to. It's more expensive, but you get what you pay for.
Going into Salida. Salida has a really good hostel there. I would definitely recommend, if you're going to stay in Salida, stay at the hostel. It has a really good vibe. Some really cool people run it.
Gunnison. So, Gunnison, to get to Gunnison is the hardest part. Get to and from Gunnison. The hitch is very far, and it's a very empty road with not a lot of traffic. So, it's going to take a while maybe to get a ride. It's just really up to luck if someone comes and picks you up. It's worth waiting there and hitching. But just make sure you got some time to sit there. We were there for probably a couple hours waiting for a ride. It was hot too, so you know, just get ready for that. Gunnison does have a nice grocery store. We did resupply. By the time we were done resupplying, it was nighttime. We didn't get a place to stay, so we ended up for free camping out in behind the football field of the college. There's just an empty field back there. You can hike over to it. It's an easy walk.
After Gunnison, next up we went to Lake City. So you can probably get away with not booking ahead for this one, but as soon as you get to town, you try to get to town early, A, and B, as soon as you get to town, try and grab a place ASAP. We ended up staying in like the middle of town. We split it between 5 people, and it was actually a really good deal.
It's a really good way to save money too.
Yes.
Make friends, make a group, and just whenever you're in town, try to split rooms, food, meals. If you have to pay for a ride, just try to share things and split things up so it's affordable. And you know, it's an easy way to save a lot of money. So right after Lake City, this is pretty much the only usable shelter on the trail. It's a yurt about 10 miles into the trail after Lake City.
Notes on the yurt. First of all, how to find the yurt. So it's about, like I said, 10 miles after Lake City. It's actually going to be to your right when you're hiking the trail, if you're going northbound, or southbound rather. And it's going to be like back to the right. Like we actually passed it. We didn't see it. So if you're at about the place you think the yurt might be, make sure to be looking to your right and sort of
behind you
up, like
it's up on the hill.
The trail, yeah. After that, the last town before you hit Durango, which is like the final town on the trail, is Silverton. So one huge highlight from Silverton, we have to mention, this is a hidden secret, hidden gem on the Colorado Trail if you can manage it. There is a pizza shop in this town. I believe it's the only one. Behind the pizza shop, there is a house, and it's attached to the pizza shop. You know, kind of like in the backyard,
right above the actual brewery where they make the beer.
Yeah, there's like a brewery and a pizza shop. Yeah, and the brewery's like in the basement. The people who run the pizza shop, it's like some young people who own and run the pizza shop. They rent this house out. They only charge us $100 a night, and this place was like, it felt like a mansion. Like, it was just awesome. Some things to mention other than towns. There's really not a whole lot of trail angels for you people who might have hiked like the AT or some other trails or know about it. But there is one to look out for. His name is Apple. He could be anywhere on the trail. Just try to pay attention and try to listen. And if you hear Apple, hear mention of it, look out. You could catch some trail magic if you pay attention.
The Colorado Trail, it is not very crowded. There aren't too many hikers. So if you do meet people and you like them, try to make friends. You know, if they hike at the same pace and you keep running into them, you know, they might be the only real people you kind of see for a while.
As far as weather goes, expect hail, rain, high winds, and lightning storms. Hail will pelt you pretty hard, you know, just be aware of it. The biggest thing though, honestly, is the lightning storms. If you are at elevation above tree line and lightning storms hit, you want to get down off the mountain as fast as you can back into the tree line, or else you can get struck by lightning.
So you're not always within tree line. You're above the tree line a lot, higher elevations. There's not a lot of trees, so you can't really use hammocks all the time. Be ready for that if you are a hammock camper.
Other than that, guys, honestly, that's really it. A big thing, guys, look, just try to make friends, like I said earlier. Have fun. Don't worry about rushing. Hike at your own pace. All right, guys, we are the Traveliers. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Also subscribe. We appreciate that a lot. If you want to see more content, check out our videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.
Happy trail.